Tonight, Mr. Gay World 2012 intends to use his newfound celebrity to make a difference for our youth. Hi everybody, welcome to the program. My special guest this week is Mr. Gay World 2012. Andy Derleth is a German man who now lives in New Zealand. Earlier this year, he was crowned Mr. Gay World 2012 at a huge ceremony in Johannesburg. But what does that title mean, and how has it impacted on his life? Welcome, Andy, to the program. Really nice to have you here. Now, being Mr. Gay World 2012 must be quite an achievement. What led you down that path? Why did you enter?
Thank you for the invitation, and I'm happy to be here. Mr. Gay World 2012 came across after going for Mr. Gay New Zealand, so the initial decision was actually lying with whether to go for Mr. Gay New Zealand or not. And I wanted to do something for the community. I used to do a lot when I was younger. I organized youth camps. I used to work for the voluntary fire brigade. And then there was a time in my life where I was geographically all over the show and not long enough in one place to really do something for the community. But now that I've settled down here in New Zealand, been here for 4.5 years, I thought there is something I could do again. And so I thought about it, I thought what it's involved, and then decided, okay, I'll put myself forward for it and try to make a bit of a difference in my time here. And this is how it all came about.
Now, it's a huge event, so what is actually like being a part of that?
It is very interesting. It was very exciting to go to Johannesburg for this event. It was a competition stretching over 5 days. We had the usual stuff, you know, like in swimwear on the stage on the final night, in traditional wear, country wear, where I turned up as an all black, informal wear, in an African theme. But the more important part is actually the one leading up to the competition, in which you spend a lot of time with the judges. They watch you constantly over the 5 days, how you behave, what person you are. And then the important parts of the competition are a written exam about GLBT rights and history, what's happening in the world right now, and also an interview with the judges, and it really felt like a job interview. So it was full on, and it was a really good experience. I met a lot of interesting people there. They have a good involvement in the gay world and have done a lot of good things for gay life and for acceptance of the GLBT community. So I think I was really lucky to be part of that.
Now, they bill it as a means of creating, I guess, role models, gay ambassadors. Do you get a sense that it is true, and that you'll be able to do something for the gay community by holding this title?
I think it is very important that it is not just another pageant, but a role that tries to move something in the world. Officially, it's called an ambassador for gay and human rights. And this is what I'm trying to achieve with interviews. This is the main means I can use to educate people, to foster understanding. Every now and then you get an opportunity to talk to people individually. But overall, the media attention regarding Mr. Gay World is the main focus I have. And my main goal is to try to make the society a bit more accepting towards gay people, especially young ones. Only last week I met up again with somebody who emailed me on Facebook, a young guy here from Auckland with a Middle Eastern background. He's not out, he's very, very anxious about his homosexuality. He was literally shaking when he met up with me at a bar downtown, just because I'm almost the first gay person he knows. And we just chatted for an hour, and it became apparent that he just needs somebody who accepts him for the way he is. And so this is what I'm trying to work on.
I can understand how you can be a role model within the community. People can look to you and see how you've been successful. Do you think you can transfer that out into the wider community?
Yeah, I think with television interviews or with interviews in general, I had the chance to spike a bit of a debate. Of course, when you have interviews online or in newspapers, there's always both opinions. One, of course, in favor and saying, it's good that there's somebody out there who's putting himself out there, who's trying to deliver good values as a gay person. On the other hand, you also get the bad comments about why do gay people need any rights, and why do they have to be put forward like that, and why do they have to be portrayed in the media? And it shows that there is still a lot of work to be done.
Do you get a sense that in many cases, or at least in the Western world, it is now much easier, particularly for young gay kids? Do you get a sense of that, or is there still a major struggle?
I do believe that it is easier than it was 30 years ago, but because at least it's now a topic in our society. However, last week in Queenstown at Gay Ski Week, in my hotel, I was in the spa and I heard two guys, straight ones of course, going on about all the gay guys in town, and they might try hitting on them, and yeah, you just have to rudely brush them off. And this spiked a little bit of a discussion where I said, hey, hang on, actually, if you just say no thanks, that'll do as well. There is no need to be rude. And I had a bit of a conversation with them, and what turned out is that they were just reproducing what they've always heard. They've never really thought through it. They've heard our gay guys are strange, they are different, they always want to go in your pants, and that's all they knew, but they never had thought about it. So after discussion with them and saying, hey, actually it's just another guy who wants to be with another guy, who wants to be happy, and who doesn't be brushed off rudely, you can just say no thanks and take it as a compliment, because he wouldn't be hitting at you if there wasn't a reason for it. And it was a very good discussion, and it was just nice to see that somebody started thinking and possibly changes his mind a bit.
Now, you grew up in Germany and you had a Catholic background, and I'm quite interested in talking to gay men in particular about the spirituality and religion. So what was it like growing up in a Catholic background and becoming aware of your sexual orientation? How did that work out?
It was very, very interesting for me, because it was not only a Catholic background, it was also a very small town. And homosexuality was no topic there whatsoever. So for me, I realized that I liked men when I was about 12 or 13 years old. But I didn't even know that what I feel is called homosexuality or being gay. It took me another 3-4 years until I realized that. And I did always hide it. I hid it for a long time, because it was just unthinkable in my hometown. Or at least I believed so. Later on, I came out when I was 22, 23. I noticed that I had relatives who were quite accepting, and also my parents and brothers were quite accepting. But growing up in a background that is not familiar with homosexuality makes it very, very hard. Being Catholic, as you say, as well, because the Catholic Church still has certain reservations. What I believe myself is it was in one part a good environment to grow up in, because there are values which I still adhere to and which I do like and believe in, but not all of what the Catholic Church says is what I necessarily agree with now. I'd like to say if Jesus came back down to earth, he would go again in some churches and throw over some tables, I think. But the basic values are good.
Where are you at now in terms of religion? Do you believe in God? Do you have a spirituality?
I think my journey isn't final yet, and I'm still trying to find out where exactly I am in the world, and what I should believe in and what not. But I certainly do question things now. In general, I think every religion that enables life and love is good, and can be the means for somebody to give meaning.
I'm curious, because you've had interesting aspects in your life, and you're now becoming very well known and you're in the public eye. I'm just wondering, as you've gone through life and you've had these different experiences, what do you think is the biggest lesson that you may have learnt in life?
The biggest lesson I have learned in life is that you need to accept yourself the way you are, and it doesn't matter what or how you are. Because the way you are determined to be by nature or God, depending on your belief system, is just right. And by accepting this, you grow so much as a person. I noticed it for myself. I was a shy person. It was unimaginable that I would ever live in a different country or get outside my hometown. But now I'm rather self-confident and happy with where I'm at. And so my main message is really accept yourself, don't question yourself for what you are or who you are, and also try to find and accept help. Don't wait as long as I did. There are so many youth organizations around. We've got here New Zealand Outline, we've got Rainbow Youth, we've got Gay Wellington. There are so many anonymous organizations you can go to if you want to remain anonymous, or you can just find friends, relatives. There's always people around who will support you. I'm not saying that it is all good and that there's no people who won't let you down, but the friends who let you down, or the people who let you down, weren't your friends in the first place anyway, if they don't accept you anymore. So yeah, we've heard it all before, but really my message is accept yourself and dare to be out there.
And I think it takes time as well, doesn't it? I think, particularly when you're young, I think, you know, we want these battles over and we want everything sorted out straight away. But it does take time, and I'm guessing you're saying that in your own life as well, that it has taken time for you to learn this.
Yeah, it did take time a lot, and the specific problem as a gay person or lesbian person you face is that you don't grow up within your own minority group. You know, if you are part of a minority group, let's say you are a Afro-American person in America, you grow up in an Afro-American family and you can relate to, and it's nothing out of the ordinary, you have people to talk to. But as a gay person, usually you grow up in a heterosexual environment, and that makes it hard to start talking about it, to raise a topic. And so here's a challenge for parents and for guardians to raise this topic and make sure their kids know that there is something else out there and that it is okay.
What is next for you in terms of your public outreach? Once you give away the title next year, where do you think you want to head with that?
That's a very good question. I'd like to be involved and keep on my theme to try to make the society more accepting and get people to be open towards especially young gay guys. I haven't decided yet, or haven't really had the time yet. It was very busy ever since April to think about it, but I certainly want to keep contributing. Maybe it is together with Outline, who I work a lot together with lately. Maybe it is something else. I haven't really decided yet, but watch the space.
Fantastic to have you here. Thank you so much, and best of luck.
Thank you.
Thanks for watching. See you again very soon.